Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Dan, and today we are taking a look at Slay the Princess. I had to say that extra slow because I'd been watching Christopher Odd, and he had been playing this game. And it's an older game, or an older video that I'd watched, but he had been playing. I had been watching Slay the Spire, and I watched enough of them in a row that it made me want to say Slay the Spire. But this is Slay the Princess. Now, for those of you listening and not watching, there were some health or content warnings that I had put up on screen. They come from the game. They did not come from me. Some of the visual stuff may not affect those that are just listening, but they may affect the people that are watching right now. So I didn't want to change too much as far as... Whoa! That's kind of creepy, guys. That's really creepy. And this is just the title screen. I haven't done anything yet. But I wanted to keep this as as pure of an experience as I can. I don't know much about this. As I can understand it, all we're supposed to do is we're supposed to come here to kill the princess instead of save her. Something about one of the warnings says this is a love story, which is interesting because we're here to slay the princess. So with this image here with the princess, there's like a dual split. Perhaps she has a split personality that's evil or something. But in any case, I wanted to make mention that I saw this cursor here. Look, it's like a hand with like a hooked fingernail. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool design, I think. But yeah, this is a horror game. This is a game that I'm playing because of October. I know I had another game that had been started, or another series that had been started and finished in October. I think this one should be coming out mid or late October, right around the time for Halloween. I think this is one that's got multiple paths and stuff like that. If you're a longtime viewer of my channel, perhaps you may remember Lake of Voices. I believe this is a similar type of game, which I need to go back to Lake of Voices as well, because as I understand it, I haven't quite finished that game. There are some runs, some choices that I haven't made yet that lead to additional stories, and I don't think I've finished the true or the full complete ending. But this one is going to be special for Halloween for 2024. I believe I did something for a different Halloween in a previous year. I just can't remember which year it was. But yeah, that one kind of creeped me out quite a bit. I'm not sure how many sessions I'll do or how many runs I will do, but I will do enough to have a good time. I hope that you guys will have a good time as well. And Editor Dan, please go ahead and put up a timestamp for those listening to see when we can get into the game. For everyone else, let's just follow along with me and get into it. So let's go. I didn't even look at the controls, honestly. The only thing I changed was in preferences. I made this from a windowed game to a full screen game. So we're just going to go into it. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
It's like cabin in the woods. It's cool we got a narrator.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world. I love the accent. I think that's slightly British. Alright. Oh, whoa. Alright, so... Whoa, we got all these things. Alright, so we've got choices. And all the choices matter, apparently. So we've got Explore, the end of the world. What are you talking about? Oh, these are questions that we're asking the narrator. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Or killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget this, I'm not doing this. have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. And sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. And then we can silently continue, or we can turn around and leave. I think the shortest ending, I think the shortest ending is like 4 minutes. This one might be it. Turn around and leave. Actually, let's go ahead and see what happens to the end of the world. I'm just curious. We're just going to continue with the video. I'm not going to make a new one, but we're going to continue after this one.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I do not. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going, or nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Or we can just do this quietly and quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yes, that is what we do.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Oh, this is the voice of the hero, so the narrator turned to voice of the hero.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What? It's the same voice. The narrator and the voice of the hero are the same.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
What?
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
That's trippy. Alright, let's turn around again and leave
You're
again.
really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Like, dies forever. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die, if that's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. I kind of want to go with that one, but I just want to quietly go down the path.
Your silence is deafening.
Indeed. And does it come
But
back?
fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Is it back at the cabin?
Would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Okay. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Or, oh yeah? Well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Okay, well, this is a game, so I guess I'm okay with that.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
We're at the cabin.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your
What?
surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of
There's a whole
light.
bunch of cabins. A whole bunch of them. I can see like 6 of them right now.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Damn, how dimensionally trippy.
Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Kinda. I mean, we're here to have fun, right? Because this is still, like, it's Halloween, but we're here to have fun because it's a Let's Play channel, you know?
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Yeah, I've realized I've got to keep track of the narrator versus the voice of the hero.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Okay. All right. Then we just reset, right? What? Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I noticed that there's walls here. Are they enclosing us now so we have fewer options
You're
to turn?
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm just going to be stubborn right now. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here? These walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay the princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Or we can just continue silently. See, maybe that they just slowly, eventually narrow you into the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Interesting.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Voice of the Contrarian. So it seems like every voice, including the narrator, is the same dude. Maybe we're just tripping out in our own heads.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes people being contrarian, like, that might be a good thing, perhaps.
Let's keep an open mind.
The voice of the hero. Wait, did I choose to just follow into the cabin? I thought I chose to reluctantly go the other way, but I guess not. We'll just continue anyways.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Well, I know what we're gonna do with that.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's kind of trippy, like you move the mouse and like the view moves, but in here, because you could kind of move it in the forest and it kind of like moves your perception, but here, because it's all different rooms or the same room but like different stylings and different dimensions, it like everything moves kind of independently.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
I mean, there's some hint of truth in that.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Yeah, but what kind of hero? Like, when I hear hero in like a fantasy setting like this, I think of knights or something. Wouldn't we have our own blade or something like that? I don't know.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
But what is the correlation between the princess and the end of the world?
You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong.
That's true. It is so weirdly wrong that anything could be.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Hmm. You know, I at this game, I'm just coming off from playing A Juggler's Tale, and in that game, the narrator also was one that I was like a little distrustful of. Um, so maybe this is just like a sign for me, but it harkens back, I think, to what was it? It was that. What game was it called? Um, it was a game based off of the Half-Life Source engine. It's got a looping mechanic where, dang, what was the? I know I'm gonna remember it while the game's going on. Um, yeah, I can't remember at this point.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Do we turn into the Incredible Hulk?
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Keep calm and keep playing.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
That is true.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
I do mind, to be frankly honest with you.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
It really isn't hard.
Okay, I'm fine.
Voice of the hero. The hero is kind of a scaredy cat.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Yeah, what task would that be? Couldn't be killing the princess. Alright, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall, and approach the mirror. Take the blade and enter the basement. I mean, honestly, I kind of want to see what the end of the world is like, so... But the mirror kind of like, oh, what if that takes us to like a mirror dimension where like we're supposed to not kill the princess?
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
But there's a mirror here.
There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah, for sure.
There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Indeed. Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I also want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter. Remain silent and approach the mirror. Let's, I don't know. I kind of want to talk about, like, see whether we're handsome or not. What if we are the princess and we're here to kill our other self or something? What if this is all in the mind and we're killing a personality off? You know, like, what if the princess has multiple personality disorder? Or, what do they call it these days? I forget.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important.
Well, yeah, if people lie about something, it generally is important.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
But there's a
What
mirror
good would it
right
even
here.
do?
That's right here.
So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
Indeed, yes, we are. Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Yeah, the narrator seems to be, what's the term? Is the literary term unreliable narrator? There's something where the narrator for a story or a book or something like that is you can't trust what they say, and usually I think it's the point of view of a protagonist. And in books like that, you can't trust what they say because it might be embellished, or they could be misinformed, or they have a specific view that is contrary to reality and stuff. But what if in this one, the narrator is just straight up wrong?
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
We're like some kind of monster or something. What?
But it was there a second ago.
But the voice, the hero doesn't even recognize our hand was like...
And now
What?
it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
He doesn't want us to see that we're not human. We're like a monster or something. Well, if we're a monster or something, I'm not going to take the blade. Did you see the claws that we had? The claws is like this, just like the icon here. Although, maybe that's just a trick of the mind, just like the mirror. But we're leaving the blade. At least on this go-through, we're leaving the blade.
The door to the basement creaks
What the-
open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Yeah, but this is also an unidentifiable space. Like, what?
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Although it was very similar with the trail to the cabin. Every trail led there. So.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
Oh.
An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
I can't even imagine that, but that sounds... Bleh, bleh.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Well, I'm not gonna listen to you about that, because you're already biased.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Drags up the stairs?
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Whoa, she sounds like a monster of some sort.
No, thank you.
Yeah, he is like, he's a scaredy cat, the hero.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
The contrarian, and contrary to everything.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
That's probably true. That's probably the mechanic, is that no matter what you do, you die and you restart and do another run. I wonder if there's a perfect run then, if that is the case.
We don't even have a weapon.
No, we don't, because I chose not to.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
Yeah?
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Oh, the contrarian, dude. He's a bro. Alright, take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center staircase, and take the soft stairs to the right. Let's take the soft stairs to the right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
It's inviting, so to speak.
But the further you go, the deeper you sink in.
Oh.
First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight.
Oh, and ew, it looks like a row of like teeth. Ugh. And sinking into it. Ugh.
The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
Yeah, that's true. Comfort and nothingness. Like, if it's like giant pillows just holding onto you, what if that does feel comfortable? Probably to a certain extent.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
It's like we're doing this like multiple times now.
time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
The world is getting less and less detailed now.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Yeah, now it's just like all
Consumption and
scribbles.
betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Whoa! We just like suddenly ended up here at the princess? Okay.
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Almost as though a journey changes you.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Oh man, that contrarian dude. Man, he seems like the kind of bro you want to sit down with a beer with. Well, as long as you have another dude that he is going off on, because then, that's got to be fun.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Ooh, metaphorically or literally?
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Normal? I don't know about that. Look, she's been here for who knows how long, and we got all discombobulated and stuff just getting here. She's been here, locked up. I mean, maybe she's even worse off. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. I'm kind of interested if she knows why what happened to us, because maybe she does.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone, and I'm not alone either.
Interesting. Look, it went from like dark and shadowy to now she's like almost putting up a front, like brightness. Like even the cell itself is brightened up.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Whoa, that got me. I was that was really surprising.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures, and where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Yeah, almost like how we are the narrator, the voice of the hero, and the voice of the contrarian. And what if we have shattered previously? Because what were we even doing in the woods? How did we even get there? What if we are a piece of the princess, and like we are experience what she experienced, going to pieces ourselves, and one of our personalities has decided that killing the princess makes us top dog, numero uno, you know, and we become the personality.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before?
Well, not us, but perhaps they have?
Should we tell him?
Oh, the narrator is new.
Nah, let him stew.
Hey, but let me know.
Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left. Until? It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it.
Interesting. Why does the narrator not remember?
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Interesting. Interesting. Word choiceage. Other reality.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
I'm kinda not feeling it.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
This guy. This guy. Oh. There's even more of you now. What's your name? Oh, it's similar options. Oh, okay, there's a new one here. I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Retrieve the blade. Wait, all of that is one choice. Three choices is one choice. That's odd. Oh, is it because we have three personalities? The hero, the contrarian, and the narrator, and they all do three different things? I'm interested. We're gonna go with it. Let's just do it.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Look, like most of the princesses look similar. This one kind of... This princess over here on the left is kind of like this princess on the middle, but this princess on the right looks more sad, and this princess looks even sadder. This princess looks crazed.
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish alone.
Yeah, we did all three things. It's interesting because in this one here, there's the cursor has a dagger on it now. Dude, and it's got blood on it? There's one here, the princess is like crazed. There's one here, the princess, the one where she looks crazed. It looks like we're drawing a blade at her. And there's one over here where she looks normal when we're freeing her. This one here, she looks like she's trying to fight back. And then these ones looks like we leave her. But in every single one of them, the hands that we have look still monstrous or something.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
Indeed, it's a mess.
But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Everything's like kind of mushing together now. What?
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Excruciating?
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
It doesn't look like it falls apart. It looks like it merged together.
I think he's gone.
The narrator's gone? What?
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, look, this hand has got like, what, 5, 7 fingers? And, oh man, this is so weird. This is a princess that got killed. And this princess probably got left, and this princess, I don't know, got freed or something?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this?
Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
That is so trippy, dude. What?
We should help her. I think we did this.
Even the contrarian is like, oh man, I feel bad. We did something bad.
How surprisingly sincere.
Right?
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Dude, come on, really? Really? To be contrarian, I think you've got to know that there aren't consequences, but be contrary anyways, right? Isn't that kind of like the quote-unquote fun of it?
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
And it's never late for regrets, my man. Never.
Please.
So how do we fix this? It's going to be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. Or no. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. Well, I don't know. Did she destroy everything or did we? Maybe we just say nothing. Because what do we even do? Like, it feels like we did do this, yes. But how are we going to fix this? We don't have control over this. The illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is. That was a Steam achievement. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your silence. She's gone. Replaced with something else. The mirror!
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah, seriously, why? I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror, and then approach the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
So the hero is talking to us about that.
No, don't do that.
Oh, so we're talking to them. So in this game, we're voiceless. We are, but we're in the group.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
Well, clearly not. Unless our consciousness or parts of our consciousness get transferred, kind of like in Soma, but we didn't get full transfer. You know, we just get the part left out where the previous stuff happened.
Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I don't know. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
I wonder if this is because we chose to look at the mirror way at the beginning.
Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
Well, I guess we're just going to approach the mirror. There's no other options now.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Don't do this. The mirror never scared you before. Alright, let's ignore him. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. We are like a monster or something. Like, what are we? What are we for real? You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin, but what? We're in a place of nothingness right now. You are at the cabin. Dude, what? Looks like the princess is still like a blob, and it looks like fire at first that's surrounding her, but those are all arms. I gotta approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What? Something finds me in the long quiet, that's us, brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. Is she talking about, like, is she talking about taking over our body? Dude, What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't even... What? What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Like, maybe we're without true form and we're just using temporary body? Because she said fragile vessel.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
So large and powerful entities that are now dried up and without much to them anymore. The gift of a fragile vessel. What is that?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
So yeah, she's talking about getting a body.
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold.
Huh. So maybe she is like a multiversal entity or something, and what she has come across here with the world shattering, splintering, and merging all together is what she's talking about here. That's a kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. And they're stretched into a shape not unlike her. So they're similar to her, but they can't stay like this because, I mean, it's multiple variants of hers merged into one body.
I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart.
Oh damn, did I stumble into like a secret, or maybe not secret, but maybe like an ending where you're supposed to have done this like way later? Like, what?
Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Yeah, this section here was the mouth. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it couldn't have ended yet. Let her out. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Yeah, we are the narrator. Like, we are.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
So she doesn't know specifics, she just knows things exist, but she's been here. So maybe she is the like perception, maybe she is the idea of herself, the ideal, like an abstract and not like a physical true. I don't know. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So the princess is a component to this entity, possibly a once powerful being that has lost its power, or much of its power maybe. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Kinda. In order to help understand things, if it was both at the same time, that's also an answer. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Interesting. So this entity was just born out of the shattering of reality that we have created. And the other two, the hero and the contrarian, are gone. There were voices, which, I mean, when you stop and you think about that, they were voices to us, right? So they were a part of us, and now we are without them. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
So we are separate from her. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Huh. Well, yeah, I mean, even if all you ever know was your home and you're a shut-in, you know that there is a world out there. But if you're a shut-in, then you would not want to see and experience those things. But she does. Like, she's practically a newborn.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Okay, so this vessel makes you forget. Maybe that's how the loop works. It makes you forget the other loops when you get to this point. Maybe this is the ultimate. This is what happens in the ultimate, like, end of all the other paths, maybe, and you get to her.
Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Whoa. Oh, there's a lot more here now. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Well, I guess if she is a non-corporeal entity that is only inhabiting temporarily the body of a corporeal being, then that would be accurate. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Well, I mean, maybe the consciousness of the character that we're playing, but we will remember, right? Unless what this is saying is if we forget, if we had saved games or saved progress or unlocked progress, maybe this is saying that it's a game mechanic where it deletes all of that? How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
So she, this entity that we're speaking to, is the amalgamation of all the paths in the game, supposedly. And so, speaking to her, we need to create her in a more defined space, because where we are, it's nothingness, because this is the first run. So that's probably why she's in this nothingness, and maybe we need to go through those other paths in order to unlock more of her so that she can leave. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Dang. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
But is that what you're going to do? You're being semantic, yeah. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
You're just double speaking now. I'm not going, we wait, or okay, make me forget. I'm interested in just waiting it out a bit to see what happens. If nothing happens for a while, I'm just gonna cut you back in, but I'm gonna do this for a bit and see how what happens or how it goes. So if I cut you back in, I'll bring you back.
If you need time, and I'll wait with you.
Oh, wait forever? What? Oh, is this the path? This is the ending? Is that the ending? Waiting forever and we're always here? Okay. Let's do it.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone.
So we are also like her. Like, we're not complete yet.
I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished.
Okay, she's trying to convince us now.
What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine. You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Dude. That was crazy. Like, after she said that last thing, I know you guys are just seeing black, but after she said that last thing, the game just closed on me. Like, just straight up closed. And I was like, whoa, wait a moment. And then I reopened it, and like, she's right here. Boom. Oh, this is bringing back flashbacks for me for Doki Doki Literature Club. Have you guys played that game? It's like, you know, at the very, maybe not the very, very end, but, you know, in one of the endings, I'm not going to spoil it for you if you haven't played it already, but you know what ending what I'm talking about. You know, like it's got like a very similar like feel to this. Like it gave me the same vibes. And now all we have is okay, make me forget. All right, and then we start the loop over again, I guess. But this is all we have. Dude, this is trippy.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
She asks. She? Who's she? The princess that we originally came here to see?
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Whoa. Huh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Dude, that was crazy. And I got a couple of achievement things, and I missed a couple of them that I could have read to you. And you may have heard it. You can't see them because OBS isn't picking those up, but the very last one said that the real Slay the Princess starts now. Whoa. All right, and now that with that as our hook, our cliffhanger, I'm going to end this right now. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will be bringing at least 1 or 2 more videos of this, but this really came out like, whoa, this kind of blew my mind. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed. I hope that you will come back for more. I don't know how many runs I'm going to do because this was supposed to be special just for Halloween, but man, what? Anyways, I hope that you guys will come back for more. I hope to see you in the next one. And until then, everyone, bye.